Having initially eluded their pursuers, our brave hobbits now find themselves in a desperate chase for their lives, lost in an ever-expanding forest, racing as fast as they can towards the Buckleberry Ferry with the terrifying Nazgul hot on their heels. Frodo and his companions must board the boat and flee as fast as possible, lest they be captured, killed, and the One Ring fall back into the hands of its master.
Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Mithril. We are back once again with the wonderful Jeb, Chris Jones, joining us again for more Crest of the Ringbearer shenanigans. How's it going, Jeb?
G'day.
We are playing scenario number 3, which is Buckleberry Ferry. We had a fairly decent game last one with the shortcuts make long delays, where all 3 hobbits managed to get off in no small part down to Frodo, and with very little help from Gildor, but even less help from Pippin. But
yeah, stupid Pippin.
all 3 hobbits got off, and they are sitting pretty happily on their resource values at the moment. And now we're making a mad dash for the Buckleberry Ferry to get out and into the old forest for scenario number 4.
Well now. They also get a nice, well-deserved rest at Crick Hollow first.
That's true. They get a nice one to rest, so
and then they can
spend
get lost in the
all
forest.
the things. We can spend all the resources and we get them all back.
Which makes this a pretty tricky game for me, other than I guess trying to kill people. Like, I can't wear anything down because you're just gonna get it back at the rest point.
Exactly. So your main goal is to literally just go gung ho and try and kill what you can, because there's still the option that, well, the chance that things will just die.
Yeah. So I think best bet's just to go for easy hobbits, Merry Pippin, and just try and murder them.
Yeah, that's a very. I don't like the plan, but it's a plan, right?
I think it's better than going for anyone else.
So as a result of the good side winning the last scenario, my deployment has increased from 6 to 12 to 6 to 15.
Yeah, a little extra.
Little extra from my board edge here, so marked out by a little dice area here. The ring wraiths have to deploy 3 inches from the centre line. And sentries are still in effect.
Yay!
We know how we love sentries. You know how well that went last time. Pippin really messed it up.
I'm relying on you.
However, thankfully, hobbits don't have to take courage test to move this time. So there's a little less risk element there. I can control my movement a bit more than the ring wraiths can. So I'm kind of hoping that they can just kind of part away and I can run for the ferry and get off.
You do still have to run past the ring wraiths though, which is going to be run past without getting within 3.
That's the issue, right? So that's going to be interesting.
Some cunning manoeuvres.
As you can see, we've got our Buckleberry Ferry here. We've got our river's a little bit higgledy-piggledy because it states it has to be a 6-inch wide river, and neither of us own these 6-inch wide river templates. So
no, I don't really know who does.
Neither do I.
It's quite a girthy river to just have lying around.
River. So it's a whole river. It's a solid river. You just have to ignore the random bit of green in the middle. So
that's where all the moss is.
That's the mossy
That's
bit.
the algae.
That's the algae and the mossy bit. Yeah, that works.
It's all gone horrible in the middle.
Yeah, it's all gone a bit.
That's where the hobbits don't want to be.
No. I rather suspect that deployment's going to be fairly close together. So maybe sentries might not be in effect for too long. To be fair.
Yeah, true. Well, you could deploy right back if you like at that 6-inch mark.
There is that option. Buy me some more sentry space. So wait and see. It relies very much on where deployment goes for the ring wraiths, because you've got that option of you could put them all in one blob, but I could then just deploy it on one side and run around you and hope that sentries go my way, or you could space them out. And
it's true. It's true.
It's a little bit more of a cat and mouse game of chess here, I think. So
I've never seen a cat or a mouse play chess.
No, have I? We're about to see it today, I think, probably. So.
Oh, I look forward to a mess.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, so we are now into scenario 3, and I generally have no idea how this is going to go. I'm rather suspecting I might lose a hobbit this time around. Hobbit or 2, maybe. I'm expecting a death.
Well, again, 7 will, no might, no fate on ring wraiths.
Yeah, but no Gildor to help. Not that he really helped last time, but it's a punchy hero. Not
hobbits are resistant to magic.
This is true. We remembered this time. I generally forgot between the last scenario and now. We literally played it an hour ago. Resistant to magic. Gives me a free point of will to resist.
Why do I help him? Why?
You really shouldn't do that. So basically I have to get the Ringbearer. It's just the Ringbearer I have to get off, isn't it? The other hobbits don't really matter.
In theory, you can leave everyone else behind, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to get the Ringbearer off the pier where Jeb is sitting. And Jeb, you win if
That's not true. Just the board edge. You could run around and just decide to swim for it.
That's true, but if my courage test or anything to go by from last game, I don't fancy giving myself a swim chart. So, so I'm not in this place. So the Ringbearer has to get off the other side of the board, and the evil player wins if you slay the Ringbearer. I think that's your only victory condition, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kill the Ringbearer. So
Yeah,
I don't get
so.
Stalk Unseen this time.
No.
So no hiding behind trees and hoping for the best. It's going to be a... Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go.
Run with your stunty little legs.
Run with your stunty little legs. We'll do what we usually do. We'll give you a run over the board and we'll show you deployment and then we'll go straight into the scenario. Let's go. Number 3. Ready?
Pew pew!
Pew pew! So yes, here as usual, we have our Buckleberry Ferry board. We have our ferry and our river here with our 2 little pier sections. The ringwraiths ready to deploy there, and then just a host of trees, rocks, and the Hobbits' a very girthy, large deployment zone there. So this is how our board looks for scenario number 3 of Quest of the Ringbearer. So we'll go into deployment now, and we'll roll that on camera and see what's going to happen with ringwraiths and Hobbit shenanigans. Okay, so we are going to start with our roll for deployment, see who rolls first, or deploys first, sorry. So the Fellowship get a mighty 1. Ringwraiths deploying first. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. I imagine it wasn't what you wanted.
I'm just happy I got it in the box from here.
So the ringwraiths have to deploy within 3 of the centre line.
That they do. Now, knowing that if I fail the sentry roll, you're going to move me away from you, or just out the way, I'm going to deploy on this side of the thing.
Makes sense, makes sense.
I'm going to spread just a little bit. And really hope we don't get bad sentry rolls, I think.
So this being the case, I think we're going to deploy Hobbits just over here. And we're going to do Merry and Pippin a little bit further up.
Ah, the sacrifice Hobbits.
Sam there and Frodo behind. I feel like that's probably the best thing. I don't want to split Hobbits up because that's not going to end well with 3 wraiths on the board. But also I'm kind of hoping that these 2 wraiths on the right have bad sentry rolls and just go the other way. Okay, so yeah, Hobbits have all deployed in a little group and the ringwraiths have done a nice little staggering manoeuvre right there. So we're going to go into turn 1 priority. Hobbits get a 4. Wraiths get a 4 as well. So I think we'll roll that again, shall we? Wraiths get a 6. Fellowship gets a 6.
That's going to be one of these kind of games, eh?
Fellowship gets 2. Wraiths get a 5. Okay. Okay, so sentries are in effect. So we're going to roll for each wraith again, and it's the normal sentry rules as we had last time. So Wraithy boy on the left. I get to move you 3 inches.
That's you.
Where's my
2? I've got one here.
Lovely. So we're going to move you probably just straight back down this way. Yeah, that's it. Down you go. Run away, Wraith. What was that? Is that the sound of a tasty beverage over there?
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Wraithy boy number 2.
Santa Wraith.
Oh, I get to move you as well.
Oh, no.
You can go 3 inches towards the other Wraith.
Oh, no.
You know those really good sentry rolls you were hoping for?
These are not they.
Wraithy boy number 3. You get to move this one 3 inches. So basically we're going to have Wraith swapping over, aren't we, really?
Yeah, pretty much. That's not ideal.
Okay, it's not great, but it's not awful. So we're going into Hobbit movement now.
Hobbit movement.
And we're going to go a little bit ballsy.
Look at them. They don't need their legs.
They don't need those.
Oh, I don't know about this. Feels like this gap is going to close very quickly.
Yeah, one good set of sentry rolls is going to be all the difference.
Yeah, that gap's going to be a thing. Yeah, that's a worry. That's a bit of a worry. So we have some very confused wraiths at the moment. We've got 2 that are swapped over places over here. One's wandering off into the underbrush, and the Hobbit's getting a little bit brave and just running all the way forwards. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be big, this next roll. Turn 2 priority. Set me a bar, please, Jib. 5, 1. So it goes back to the wraiths. So we've got delicious, nutritious sentry rolls to roll for. Wraithy boy number 1. Oh, that's not great. That's not great.
Can we get within 3?
You can't get within 3 this turn.
No, but if you move, that's going to limit which way you go.
Yeah, super is. Okay, Wraithy boy number 2.
Oh, he doesn't move at all.
That's not great. No, I didn't want that.
I prefer that than the other one.
Okay.
Also doesn't move. Oh.
The gap is closed.
I don't think I've ever been happier with ones.
Oh, the gap is closing horribly.
Oh.
Okay, Hobbits.
Oh, bad rolls were good.
We're going to have to go this way.
Oh, gotta
We
stay
can't-
out of that 3.
Yeah,
though.
I know. I need one of you to disappear next
Risky
turn.
business.
It's so tempted to put the ring on and just get rid of this whole thing, but if I do, I'm dead. So,
You wouldn't be
that's
dead.
horrible. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Look at this man's distress.
Oh no! Why didn't you move? Stop looking up magical shenanigans for your wraiths. I'm resistant, don't you know? Yes, so the hobbits they've gone the only way they really can do and minimise the risk of alerting the wraiths. There's a brilliant shot here of 3 wraiths all looking different directions and the hobbits sneaking past. It's going to look great as a thumbnail. But we are going to go now into turn 3 priority, and this needs to be good for me. This needs to be good. I'm on 3.
Oh,
It goes to me. I don't really want to.
Well, I'm afraid you have to.
But I don't want it. Can you take it instead?
No, that is not
Please.
how the numbers work.
So, okay, let's have a look. If I can move... I'm going to go this way and stay out of the 3-inch bubble, because operating on the assumption that you might not... No, because that's going to be 3 and then the sentry's up, isn't it? So...
You desperately need me to fail.
I need you to not...
And you control me, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to move back.
Oh, no.
I'm going to move back.
Oh, dear.
We're moving back instead. Because then,
really
even if you move 3 inches, you're not going to set the alarm off this turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
Really is a cat and mouse business, this.
Real cat and mouse business, this. I don't like it.
Let's hope I don't roll a 6 on any of these boys.
If you roll a 6, then it's just all bets are off, right? Wraithy boy number 1, what have we got?
Oh, no. That might be it.
Oh, it feels like
We'll do some other wraiths as well.
Okay, Wraithy boy number 2.
It's also my
Oh,
move.
no, this is not
But
good.
only half.
Not good.
The wraiths have got a bit of a scent, though.
Oh, that one I get to move. He can go that way.
Okay.
No, he can go behind the tree.
Behind the tree, you say? What's this over here?
I think that's probably sentries alerted, isn't it?
Was it actually? I couldn't see with the trees, but I think... Oh, well, in that case, I definitely didn't need to roll for these 2.
Oh, right.
Sentries ends immediately.
Oh, fine. Well, I forgot resistant to magic last turn, so you can take a turn of moving away.
Oh, well. It feels wrong to put wraiths into combat, but that feels like the more likely scenario to do damage.
Yeah.
Easier to win the fight compared to... So Black Dart on a 5+ is hard numbers.
But yes, the hobbits have unfortunately alerted the sentry to their whereabouts. And aside from this little guy who decided to wander off into the bush, because we don't rules well, the wraiths are starting to bear down now. So it's now a case of I have to run for my life or kill wraiths. And I feel more confident in the fact that I'm probably just going to die.
There is a third option.
What is that?
Stand your ground.
Throw stones.
Throw stones.
I can't wound you with stones. I'm strength 1.
No, that's just about doable, isn't it? That's a 6/6, I believe.
I don't know. I don't think it is. I suppose strength 3 against defense 8
Dash,
is...
6/6.
Yeah, it's doable. Okay. Priority then. Turn 4. Oh dear. Wraiths. Hobbits. I think it's worth a might point. No, you can take your move, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not worth a might
Yeah?
point. It's not worth a might point just to
Yeah?
run away. Because you can't really get too many of you into me.
I don't want to get too many into you. Now, who have we got where? We got Pippin over here. Fool of a Took from our last game.
You might not be full of a tooth this time.
It's going to take a black dart to the face, despite what I just
Going to
said.
take a black dart to the face, despite your yeah, okay, fine.
Mainly because I can't reach him in other manners.
Okay. How many
We're
more
going to do
points?
2 dice.
2 dice.
2 out of 7.
Okay.
Whew, that's big numbers.
Resistant to magic.
Looking for a 5 or a 6.
Oh!
Whee!
Go on, Pip.
Or possibly boo.
Okay, so that rates down to 5 will points now, and Pip has bossed a black dart.
He did indeed.
I think he is just in.
Yeah.
Him and the one on the left are both just in.
So as we hurtle forwards, we will cast a 1 dice black dart.
Okay. It's poor old Sam.
Feeling risky. Nope, no
so he's on
such luck.
6, 5, and 7 so far, respectively.
My final ring wraith. For my next trick,
For my next trick.
we'll come up into Pippin's business.
And the Pippin's business.
Business.
Business!
Also black dart Pippin.
No, not allowed.
We don't.
Super not allowed.
Nope. And we'll just come into combat, I guess.
Okay, so that's going to knock at any other I suppose Mary can get around the side there, Sam, but I'm not really keen to shove the Ringbearer into there, to be honest. So I feel like we're going to move Frodo back round here.
I see.
Mary is
Fleeing.
going to try and charge into this wraith on the side there because he can squeeze in there. Super can.
Loving life.
Squeeze in there. Oh, he's taking the tree with him as he goes, but he's going to get in there, and we're going to try and tank a wraith.
This game is nothing
I don't like the odds.
but bold actions.
Yeah, isn't it just? Okay, so it's all gone, very wrong very quickly. Sam and Mary are taking on one wraith on 6 will, that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 6 will, 6 will, 5 will, right? Okay, cool. Frodo's going around the outside. We're going to try and see if the hobbits can hold off the wraiths a little bit and get Frodo escape. It's really what I've got going for me because I don't want to try to chuck the Ringbearer into combat with wraiths.
Which is fine, because my main goal as
Is to kill the Ringbearer, right?
Well, no, was to kill Merry and Pippin. They're the weaklings.
Yeah,
And
you're not
hope
wrong.
they die for good.
You're not wrong. Pippin's been charged. They all boss their black darts though, so it's not the end of the world. But we'll go into combat, and it is the wraith's priority. So which one do you want to start with?
I think we should start with Pippin.
Pippin on one wraith.
Oh, Pippin, you can set a bar.
It's not a bad bar. It's a 5.
It's a pretty big bar.
Pretty big bar. Oh! He's down to
no.
5 will points. Strength 2 will be 6s and 5s.
Something like that.
Oh, I bounced off a 6, man.
Well, now we've got 2 hobbits going
Now
up
we've got
on
2
our way.
hobbits. So Sam has got might points.
Mhm.
Mary does not. So
How many might points?
Sam has got a might point.
A might point.
So Sam will be the black dice, Mary will be the blue dice.
Excellent.
Rafe, want to set a bar this time?
Wraiths with 6s.
Can't win that fight.
And I think we'll stab the one.
Even with that might point.
We'll stab the one fate hobbit, I think.
So 4s.
4s.
Strength 4, defense 3, yeah.
Oh,
He's good, and he's lost a will point.
Good.
We don't have to kill you, we just have to outlast you.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely
Which
not
is-
wrong.
Doable? We'll see. Turn 5 priority. I've got a counter this time, so I'm not going to forget the priority roll.
Turn 7, yeah?
Shut up. Finish up on a 6.
On a 3.
Okay.
But you know what time it is?
That's not going to be the thumbnail, but I don't know what it is.
So yes, for purposes of those that don't know what that means, -3 courage to hobbits for this.
Yes,
turn.
the ring wraiths get to do a screech of the Nazgul once per game, and it's -3 courage. So it means Mary is courage 1, Sam and Frodo are courage 3. Pippin also being courage 1.
Can you go to courage 0?
I think you can. You can't go past 0. I'm pretty sure you can go to 0.
Oh, I remember always courage 0.
Oh yeah, because of Harbinger. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. So it's commutative. Yeah. So Mary needs a 10 to charge this wraith. Oh, it was a valiant effort.
Oh, so close.
Sam's gonna have a go. He needs an 8,
Oh no.
and Pip is gonna charge the one in front. Oh, Pip, so
Oh,
close.
So close.
So close.
So close.
Frodo is gonna, just for now,
Hide?
hide behind the trees. He's in no rush to run out there at the moment. So over to wraiths.
That was a well-placed scream, I
That was a
think.
very well placed scream. You've got control of the board now.
Well,
New Tinder profile picture.
hey. I know
Also,
it feels stupid.
this
But
is definitely a thing that's happening in every board. So.
safe haven.
Safe haven.
That way.
Away from this. Safe,
Not
safe
where
haven.
you are.
This way. Go back. Sorry. Yes.
It feels wasteful, but I think there's going to be black darts galore.
Black darts galore. Go ahead.
So we'll begin with... Where are we? What have we got?
They've all got 5 currently, haven't they?
We
So.
will come in with this chap.
This chap, yep.
We will black dart into... Was that Mary?
That's Mary on the end, yeah.
Into Meriadoc. Almost 6.
Resistant to magic? No.
That is not bossed.
So that will be a 3 to wound.
Oh!
It's going to be his fate point. Oh,
Oh,
Down.
All the plan is
Mary is
beginning to
down.
work.
Mary is down.
Oh.
Okay, not good.
In which case, we will charge into Samwise.
So he will be on 4 will, 3
Brave
once the combat is
Samwise.
done.
Yes. That was worth it, though, I think.
Yeah, that's big. One hobbit down already. Okay.
All right, well, our next one
Oh dear.
will... our end one will black dart into Pippin.
Mm-hmm. That does not go off.
That's okay. Which leaves one final black dart for guess who?
Pippin!
No, Samwise.
Oh, okay, fine.
No, I don't want to kill him. That'd
You
be...
literally said that you were... yeah, I suppose more.
Well, then I'd be
you literally
not-
meant you were going for the hobbits, so the weak hobbits.
Although if I kill the person before the fight phase, I guess I don't spend the will point for being in a fight.
That's a thing.
Number Wang into Pippin after all.
Nope.
Oh, there was a 6 somewhere.
Not there, though.
We will gang up on Pippin.
Okay, fair enough. This is not good. One fellowship member down already. 3 left. Oh dear. It's a very valid observation. We've got all this board. Look at this. All this lovely board. And the fight is hit. Race ganging up on 2 poor hobbits. The Ringbearer is coming nowhere near that fight for the time being. No, it was hobbit combat. So let's do Pip.
Yeah, brave
Do
little
Pip.
Pip.
Brave little Pip.
Brave little Pip.
Brave little Pip! Ah! Brave little Pip!
Oh dear, unfortunately.
Forced to wound. That's going to overload his fate as well.
Oh, Pippin,
Pip is down. I could be losing 2 fellowship members this game. Oh dear. Okay.
However, we've got 2 wraiths on 3 wills, so...
Yeah, this hasn't gone well.
Hmm.
Not been much of a benchmark for the fellowship, is it?
They're not dead permanently yet.
Not yet. You watch me roll 2 1s, right? Sam on a wraith.
Oh,
Sam does it.
Sam.
Go on, Sam. Oh, no, but it is taking it down to 3 as well.
However, it is just Sam and Frodo.
It is just Sam and Frodo. 2 hobbits down because sentries went super early.
But I've achieved my aim. I don't really care now. Unless if I could permadeath one of these others as well, great. But
It's entirely possible.
Merry and Pippin don't have might they can't use on the survive between games roll.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I'm relying on not rolling a 1, which now I've said it. I'm going to roll a 1, aren't I? Look. I don't know. Anyway. Priority. 3.
Also
it's to you this
3.
turn because I had it last turn and you beat me.
I did indeed do exactly that thing.
You're not getting Frodo.
Well.
Oh, Sam. Oh, poor little Sam. Sam's got a strike. I thought Frodo had it. At which point, I don't really want to throw. Frodo can take a turn from a wraith.
He's got 2 wounds, 3 fate. That's plenty.
He's going to charge a wraith.
Oh boy. I can see 1-1.
Super isn't. He's going to spend a will point.
Oh dear.
Okay, not a lot else is happening here. This could be good night for the fellowship in the 3rd scenario. We failed at stealing crops, we got out of the forest, and we've died before we got to the ferry.
Not yet, you haven't. But if I'm honest, it's not looking great.
So Frodo has decided to heroically charge in a ring wraith, which I'm sure is a terrible idea, but...
Doesn't feel like Frodo, to be honest.
No, but also, if I don't, Sam's probably dead.
Sounds resilient.
I've got to last out 3 more turns against these wraiths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently putting them into combat was the right move.
Apparently putting the combat was the right move. I mean, the black dart helps, let's be fair.
True.
Going into combat, however, we're going to call a heroic strike with Sam's might point.
Are we now?
We are.
Oh no.
And as it was, it's Wraith's combat, so you can go where you want to go first.
It is. We'll still do Sam first.
Sam first? Yeah, because he's trapped, right? So
Yeah.
So Sam has to get a 3 to be bigger than you. Got a 6. He's fight value 8.
Oh, Sam.
Go on, Sam. No, he got a 1.
Oh, Sam. Oh, Sam, why?
Oh.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
Okay, 4's to wound. And you've got double dice.
I do.
Thankfully, I've got 2 wounds and 2 fate, so it's
Yeah?
It's doable to boss.
As long as I don't roll 4 4s, you're fine. You're laughing.
Okay, that's 2 wounds.
You can still be laughing.
2 fate points. He's good. He's 2 wounds, no fate.
Loves it.
Okay, so Sam did in fact manage to not die, which is great. And now we're going to do the Ringbearer versus a Ringwraith.
What I'd give for a Morgul blade right about now.
Oh, don't even joke. You're not going to need it. Probably gets a 3. Oh, that needs to go in the tray.
No, but it was a 6.
Stab, 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 stab. 6.
Oh no.
No!
Oh dear, oh dear.
But they are on 2 will apiece, so if I can survive 2 more turns,
then you're away.
then I'm away. Okay.
Then you're absolutely away.
Next turn priority. Fellowship. Get a 2. It's going to have to be a heroic move with one of Frodo's might points. It's going to have to be.
I know we said use up all your resources.
It's going to have to be, because I can't have Sam being trapped by those wraiths again. So Frodo's going to try and charge this wraith here. Super is, and we're going to come around this way so the wraith can't get to him. That one there. Sam's then going to try and charge into it as well.
Yeah.
Super is, and we're going to do this. So the only thing that you can do is potentially gank Sam, but that's all I've really got going for me.
Would it be really spiteful to black dart Sam on the way in?
I mean, crack on.
For at this point, as stated, I've killed Merry and Pippin. Job's a good one. Anything else is just an extra. Like, chipping away might with fight means nothing. There is a rest point for the Fellowship after this game.
There is, yes.
They'll restore all of their might, will, fate, and wounds. Or, no, we'll just try and gang up on him in combat. Better odds, I suspect. So, due to a lack of control zone, boink.
Yes, there is. Could you see Sam from behind there?
I don't know. If you hadn't rotated my ring wraith, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the Ringbearer, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, sure. It's not looking good for these guys. It's looking super bad. And you want to start with Sam on 2 wraiths?
I want to start with Sam with 2 wraiths.
Come on, Sammy boy.
You can still knock it out of the park. Well, I'll roll to win the fight, though I don't need to.
2 4s will get him.
I could roll bad.
You could roll back.
I've been known to roll bad.
Probably not going to. Well,
Oh, Sam.
Sam is done.
But it does cost another 2 will
Sam's
points.
done.
Your wraiths are nearly evaporated.
It's just Frodo left. It's just Frodo left.
Hey, but Frodo nearly killed a wraith last turn.
Yes.
It's-
He has to survive against 3 next turn.
Boy, am I glad I didn't cast Black Dart now.
Frodo on a wraith. It's a 4.
That's not a winning roll.
6 followed by a 5. No.
Things do look a little bleak for
Things
Frodo.
aren't looking great. Not looking great. Last turn priority. Either Frodo dies or all wraiths get banished.
In which case, Good can still win the scenario.
Finish up on a 2. Wraith on a 5. Frodo's got a might point left. 2 might points left. Yeah, he didn't use one. No, Super did. Yeah, he's got 1 might point left. So no, you go for it. Go for it.
Well, I think we can all see this coming. Womp.
Up against the tree, Frodo.
Womp. Womp.
I really enjoyed my movement phase.
Yeah. I suppose I could have not charged.
Why would you do that?
Cast magic and banished myself and let you have a win. Took pity on you for game 3 of the hopefully long-running series.
Hopefully not running through the 54 scenario series, which are at currently 3.
Game 3 done.
Frodo on 3 wraiths. It's this combat or nothing.
Well, this is the last action of the game. One way or another. What are you thinking? I can see cogs whirring
Call a
away.
heroic defence for Frodo's last might point.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, his last might point to call a heroic defence.
Very nice. That will make a big difference.
Yeah.
A really, really big difference.
Yeah.
But you could also win the fight.
It's almost like I remembered what I was doing.
At the 11th hour.
The 11th hour, once 3 are dead. So Frodo,
Come on, Frodo, my boy.
it's a 4. I mean, you've won the fight. But it is 6s to wound.
It is 6s to wound. Nifty play at the very end. And he's got all his fate.
He's got all his fate. He's got 2 wounds. So
there are,
it's
gonna be fair.
stacked in his favour,
Yeah,
but it is 6 dice.
but also I'm gonna count how many 4+s there were for the alternative.
Yes, absolutely. See if this was a good play that I made.
6 6s. Here we go.
There's 1.
There's 1.
1 wound.
And it only would have been 2 wounds otherwise, which is okay.
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 There's not a lot of point Frodo spending the fate point to survive it because the wraiths are going to go, and it's a rest point after anyway. So
Exactly that. So the wraiths go.
the wraiths do get banished. Frodo can make it onto the ferry and disappear. So technically, it is a win for the good side, although it might not look like it. Wow. So we'll come back during the post-battle, and we'll do all the...
There's some important rolls now.
Some important rolls now, yeah. We will come back while we're doing that and let you see what horribleness is going to befall the fallen members of the Fellowship. Well, that hurt. I didn't get anywhere near the ferry.
We imagine after the ring raids die, Frodo spent the next several hours maybe dragging his comrades, loading them into their
A
ferry,
long, slow boat ride.
rowing his way across in silence,
Across the Brandywine, yeah.
reflecting on dark times.
Wow, that was brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Them poor hobbits.
Them poor hobbits. We've got some roles to do. First off, I feel like we should discuss the special titles of who gets
Yes.
Courageous Adventurer, Fellow Adventurer, and Fool of a Took. Now, I don't think any of these are eligible for Courageous Adventurer.
Bravest companion, you mean?
Bravest Companion.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure anyone is.
No. Sam went to fight value 8 and then promptly rolled a 1 to win the fight.
And
If he'd have
died.
won that fight, then fine. If he could have fought off 2 wraiths, to be fair, he did go in 2 turns of combat against 2 wraiths being trapped.
True.
Frodo, yes, fought off 3 wraiths at once, but also that was just I need to outlast you and banish you. That wasn't really a fighting them.
It wasn't really a fight. They had 1 will left.
Yeah.
To be,
so
well, I suppose Sam did make the ultimate sacrifice, so maybe he would be bravest.
Yeah, he did throw himself into 2 wraiths for his master. So I'm happy to give that to Sam this time round.
Mm-hmm.
So Bravest Adventurer does go to Samwise Gamgee.
Fool of a Took, I don't know.
No.
Because no one was really stupid. It was just the fact the ring raids did, well, badly, but badly meant good on sentries. Not moving really scuppered you.
Yeah, no one really did anything, but we've got to pick somebody, right?
Well, I don't know, do we? Who knows? This doesn't have to be awarded if both players agree that all good heroes pulled their weight fairly. It's not so much they all pulled their weight fairly as they all didn't.
They all
pull
died at the same
anyway.
kind of time, right? Yeah.
So perhaps not. Perhaps no Fool of a Took.
Maybe not. Maybe not. No, to be fair, I can't think of anything that really happened that caused any issues. The only one I'd say is maybe Sam for rolling that 1 on that fight value, but also he sacrificed himself for his master. So
Yeah.
I think Courageous Adventurer, whatever it was, Courageous.
How can you not remember it?
I don't know.
We've read it so
I
many
know.
times. What is it? Bravest Companion.
Bravest Companion, and then I guess just Fellow Adventurers for the other 3, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
So, post-game wise, we've got some roles to do. So, because the good side won, technically...
Yes, if the good player wins the scenario, all their hero models gain a bonus of +1 to rolls on the injury table.
So thankfully means that none of these guys can die in this scenario.
Which is annoying, because that's exactly what I was gaming for.
Yeah, if you kill the Ringbearer, then it's a loss, and that's when I suppose, because there are going to be harder scenarios later on down the line, right?
Oh,
where,
yeah.
that's going to happen.
It's enough to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do still need to roll.
There are still rolls, yes. So what we'll have here is 1 will be dead, which isn't possible. 2 to 3 is wounded. Hero regains 1 wound. They may not regain any other characteristics unless they are the bravest companion.
Mm-hmm.
A 4+ is recovered, in which they regain 1 wound and then they may recover as normal. So, getting their fellow adventurer stats back.
Okay, so let's start with the bravest adventurer. We'll start with Sam. Yeah.
Very good.
Let me just make a note of might, will, fate, and wounds and what they currently have. So Sam's currently on 0 might, 2 will, 0 fate, and, well, currently 0 wounds. So we'll roll for Sam, and I get a reroll on this, don't I, as well? Because win, or...
I know, you get a reroll if the hero survived, I believe.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, okay, fine. So it's
Which-
just...
Which he did not.
Super did not. So it's just a d6 for Sam, then.
Yeah, roll a d6 see whether he's dead or wounded, recovered.
So he would have died.
Oh.
He would have died.
Oh, damn.
But thankfully to that +1, he's only...
Wounded, in which he regains a single wound.
Single wound, so he's got 1 wound.
And he may not regain any other things unless he's the bravest companion.
Happy days.
Well, that's worked out. In which case he may restore d6 points of might, will, fate, and wounds.
So he'll restore 3 points of might, will, fate, and wounds. So for the purposes of going through the process, we'll give him a wound and 2 fate. I mean, there is a rest point after this, so they're going to get everything back anyway. But for the purposes of going through the process and knowing what we're doing, we'll go through it. So he'll get...
It's good to get familiar with it before it matters for real.
Exactly. So he will, before hitting the rest point, he'll be on 0 might, 2 will, 2 fate, and 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Merry also would have died.
Oh man, I wish I'd killed Frodo. Can you imagine going into the next scenario with half your army dead?
At this rate, going into the next scenario with Frodo.
Yeah. So Merry would regain 1 wound. He can't regain anything else.
That's fine. He did use his fate.
So he wouldn't.
So he would not be getting anything, but obviously there's a rest point, so that's going to mitigate that. But again, for the process. Pippin?
In the tray.
He would not have died. He would have got a 5 at the +1.
With recovered, you gain 1 wound and may recover as normal, which means he gets d3 points worth of stuff.
So he didn't spend his fate, but he will go through the process anyway, so he'll get his stuff back. So
if he had any. Yes.
And then Frodo, who did survive.
So he will get d3, which he may reroll.
Gets 3. So
3 points of stuff.
Yeah, 3 points of stuff. So he had no might at the left at the end of the game, all his fate, all his wounds. No, he took 1 wound. So we'll give him 2 will as well. So we'll go for 2 might and a wound. 2 might and a wound. So he's back to 2 wounds, 3 fate 'cause didn't use any, 2 will, and 2 might.
Very nice.
And then yes, the Fellowship do hit Quick Hollow, at which point this is all irrelevant because they get all their stuff back anyway. But it's good to go through the process so we know what we're doing.
Absolutely. And it also means the good side won this. So in the Old Forest scenario, Hobbits may deploy within 3 inches of the centre of the western board edge rather than on the edge.
Okay, which on a 2x2 foot board is pretty massive, I think. So
especially when you only move 4 normally.
Yeah, it's going to be a small game next game. So going into the Old Forest for scenario number 4. And you know what? Had you killed Frodo, that would be 2 hobbits dead.
If I killed Frodo, what would Frodo have won?
It'd been fun.
Okay. Man, that would have been big. That would have been real big. And Sam as well.
Sam
is... Imagine all those endgame...
with the Frodo and Sam scenarios.
Like
Frodo, it's just the Frodo and Frodo scenarios.
Frodo and Sam versus Gollum. Frodo Sam versus Shelob.
Yeah.
Mmm.
It's going to be a tough campaign for the Fellowship. And this is just a benchmark. I'm looking forward to seeing how other people fantasy Fellowships do when we get to this point.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be good fun. But that was scenario number 3, Buckleberry Ferry. A bit of a shorter one because all the battling took part literally here.
More or less in the deployment zone, right?
Yeah, and I love we set up this lovely river and got everything out and set everything up, and we didn't use any of it. So we stuck Frodo in the boat for a shot. That's about it. So there he is. But yeah, thank you again for a wonderful game, Jeff. Much appreciated. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you for joining us today. Again, please like and subscribe because it really helps the channel and helps get our content out there. But we'll be back in the next video with the Old Forest scenario number 4, where I get to fight a whole board full of trees.
Sounds like a rather tremendous time.
Tremendous. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.